Hello folks, Pipeman 1861 here. Well, hope you all have had a good week so far. I know I have. Been a busy one, but a good one. Tonight I'm smoking some Orlik Golden Sliced. I've had this open for a while, but I haven't smoked it for quite a while. Look at those pretty flakes, eh? Isn't that nice? Very sweet, very, very grassy Virginia. I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to try the quote-unquote fold and stuff method for packing this. I've never had much luck with it in the past. We're going to try it, okay? Got my old 47 Zippo lighter here. Let's see. Get my bed of ashes there, or top surface of ashes. Very good. Yes. I also got my last can I've have of this stuff is Black Rifle Coffee Company canned iced coffee. Figured we'd open up the last one and get it out of the refrigerator. It's really good with a pipe. Haven't smoked a Virginia in quite a while, so this is fun. I didn't show you the pipe I'm smoking it out of, my Savinelli Estella Nonpareil. Isn't that a pretty pipe? I love the stem, the acrylic on the stem is really pretty on that pipe. This is an older pipe, it's probably from the 80s or 90s. It's crazy. I was at work today. They've started me off on safes. I had never really done much with safes and before in my locksmithing career. Well, told them a while back that I would be interested in learning. And they seemed excited about that, so there we go. So they sent me to a class down in Lexington, Kentucky. It's actually Nicholasville, Kentucky. Is it a week ago today. There's a place called Lockmasters. Lockmasters Security Institute. And they are one of the premier safe technician schools in the country, so I've only taken one class. The fold and stuff method's not working very well for me. Here, let me get some ventilation going. But I promise I'm going somewhere with this story. And the class that they sent me down to take was to teach me how to service or how to install one very specific lock that is only used by the government. So I have a feeling I'm going to be installing quite a few of those. They're on all, the government classified documents, lockers, and their filing cabinets, things like that. It's called the Cabo Moss X10. And the government's the only one who can buy them. We lowly civilians cannot buy them. There we go. Always need to remember, break up a flake better. That'll work better. So, they wouldn't send me down that class. So, I say all that to say that I had my first safe call today. It was a simple thing. It was replacing the keypad and lock that had failed. Thankfully, they were able to get the safe open, but they needed the lock replaced and me to put their code in, so I did. I was going to, my lunch break was going to be right after this job. There's an antique mall in Westchester. It's called the Westchester Antique Center, Westchester, Ohio. I'm going to pull this out and repack it. But anyway, I figured, I would go ahead and go to that antique mall on my lunch break because it was in the same little shopping center as the job I was at, doing the safe. So I figured, I'll kill two birds with one stone, won't have to drive out of the way any. It'll just be fun. So that was the plan. Well, I got done with the safe, put the door back on, got it all situated, showed the owners how to use it, and I walked outside, eager to walk around an antique mall, and we had heard sirens. While I was in there working on the safe, and all the employees were standing around there saying, where in the world are all those sirens? Well, I walked outside to my van, and it seemed like the entire Westchester, Ohio Fire Department was parked right in front of that antique mall. And I don't know what in the world happened. I really don't. But all I know is there was something crazy going on because they had two fire trucks parked on either side. They had ladders going up to the roof. Firemen were up on the roof. I don't know. They put out on their Facebook page, the Westchester Antique Mall that is, put out on their Facebook page that they had an electrical failure. So they may have had an electrical fire in there or something. I didn't see any smoke, and they were not going in there with hoses. So I don't know what in the world was going on, but it was kind of interesting to watch, and at the same kind of time it's disappointing because I was looking forward to going to an antique shop on my lunch break, but you can't always have everything. Tap that down. There we go. All right. Take two. Much better. There are some fellas who can just take a flake like I tried to do, fold it over in half and over around several times and smoke it away. I cannot do that. Do not have the knack. And also, Virginias have always been kind of hard for me personally to keep lit. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. My beloved red Virginia crumble cake is also always hard for me to keep lit. I love the taste of it, but it's hard. It's hard for me to keep lit. So anyway, that was the notable incident from today. It was a long day. Had a job I had to go to. Didn't get there till about 5:10. Generally get off work at 5, but a door closer on a company had gone bad on their front door, and they wasn't letting the door lock. They had a magnetic lock up at the top, and they wasn't letting the door close. So I went out and put a new door closer on for them, which is usually about a 15-minute job. It was quick and easy. Adjusted the speed real quick so it's closed smooth, and they're happy with it. That reminds me, I have something to show you folks. The folks who have stayed for 11 minutes. As you know, I like old things. That's why I'm here, mostly. And I run into a lot of interesting old hardware in my job that is going to be thrown away. Whether that be lock hardware, door hardware, etc. Well, I drug this thing home with me from a job several months ago. I just now brought it down to the shop. I'd like to refurbish it and put it on the shop door. This, and I'm sure some of you have seen these, they made them up until the 80s. This one is from the 40s. This is what door closers used to look like. This is an LCN. An LCN pot-bellied closer is what it's called. This is the bracket. It would fit on in the corner of the door frame up at the top, and then this bracket, this arm would fit on the door, and it would pull the door closed in a slow manner, just like a modern door closer. See, LCN. But I just love stuff like this. This is just neat. There's a hydraulic pistons in there. It's actually filled up, according to Mr. Woods from Acme, it's filled with a mixture of glycerin and water. They did not use hydraulic oil at that time because it would have eaten up the natural material gaskets that they used. Problem with it is the door was slamming. There's a big clock spring in there, just like a regular clock, and that's what pulls the door closed. And then as the spring pressure is going, the piston is resisting it and slows it down so it closes gentle. Well, over the years the water had evaporated or leaked out slowly, and the door was slamming. That's why they wanted me to replace it. Years ago, they used to rebuild these things, and there still are a couple of companies that do, but they said they wanted a new one, so I took that off of there and I kept it, and I gave them a brand new one, which kind of hurt, to be honest, because it was kind of neat to see the original hardware, but nothing I could really do about it. I ought to do a video one of these days on all the different old locks I've repaired around Cincinnati. That's kind of a neat thing. Yeah, anyway, that's another video for another day. I better let you go, folks. This is Pipe Man 1861 saying bye, good luck, may the good Lord take a liking to you. I'll see you all again real soon. My pipe's going nice now, so I'm just going to sit down here and finish it up. And I thank you for watching. Happy smoking. Bye now.